Welcome to the deep dive. If you're planning a trip or just curious, we're heading somewhere today that, well, it might seem like just another modern city center at first glance. Polished, full of skyscrapers.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about Osaka's Umeda district. You think
Yeah.
big Japanese city hub, maybe Tokyo's Shinjuku pops in your head first
Right.
with all the lights and the energy. But Umeda, here in Osaka, it's honestly just as impressive, maybe even bigger in some ways. It actually holds the title for Japan's largest department store area by floor space. It's a powerhouse.
A huge commercial district, tons of stores, people everywhere. But beneath all that modern shine, there's this incredible history, layers of stories, and some really charming secrets just waiting for curious travelers like you to find.
And that's what we're doing today, isn't it?
Exactly. Our mission in this deep dive is to sort of pull back that curtain. We want to get into the surprising stories, the sometimes entertaining history that shaped Umeda into what it is now.
And really importantly for anyone visiting, we want to point out those unique spots, the ones you might easily miss. You know, the real hidden gems.
Yeah, the places that give you those aha moments. We've looked at sources that weave together the history with practical stuff for tourists, not just showing you what to see, but really digging into why it's significant, what secrets are hiding just below the surface.
It's all about getting a deeper feel for the place, right? Umeda's got this fascinating past that absolutely shapes its present. It's not just a transit hub or a shopping paradise. It has a soul.
A living story. So let's get into it. Let's start with Umeda's origins, which are, well, pretty surprising, actually. It's almost impossible to believe looking at it now.
It really is. You stand there today, surrounded by skyscrapers and department stores, and try to picture this. 300 years ago, this whole area was basically a giant wetland.
A wetland. Seriously.
Seriously. Back in the Edo period, people called it Umeda Yabu. Think sprawling marshes, reeds, maybe some muddy paths. Local fishermen would come here to catch eels and shellfish.
Okay, rustic.
Rustic, yeah, but not exactly pleasant. Official maps from back then literally marked it as unsuitable for living.
Wow. Unsuitable for living.
Can you imagine? Because in summer, it was apparently swarming with mosquitoes, just relentless. And in winter, freezing cold winds whipping across the open marshland. It was not prime real estate.
Okay, so going from unsuitable for living to Japan's biggest department store area, that's quite a journey. What flipped the switch? What was the catalyst for that massive change?
Railroads, as it so often is with big city transformations, right?
Ah, makes sense.
The big turning point was 1874. That's when Japan's very first railway line, Osaka Station, opened right here in Umeda.
So instant boom.
Not quite. And this is the funny part. Even with the station, the area was still so empty and undeveloped that people actually mocked it. They called it the wilderness terminus.
The wilderness terminus. That's brilliant. Like, it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Pretty much. It took a while for things to really take off. The big reverse attack, as some historians call it, that dramatic transformation, didn't really kick into high gear until around 1910.
What happened then?
That's when Hankyu Electric Railway got seriously involved. They weren't just laying tracks, they had this bigger vision. They started developing the whole area around the station, building department stores, theaters, integrating everything. That's when Umeda started becoming the glittering hub we know. It was smart, integrated development.
That's incredible. And you know what's really cool for visitors today is that you can actually find little clues, little echoes of this swampy past right in the middle of modern Umeda.
Yeah, like historical Easter eggs.
Exactly. Like if you find yourself in the NU Chaimachi Plaza, it's a modern shopping area. Look down, keep an eye out.
It's there.
There's an explanation board and an old map actually inlaid into the ground, and it shows you exactly where the Edo period wetland used to be. You can stand right there, look at this ancient map beneath your feet, and just imagine.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
A direct link. And speaking of links, if you want a taste of that past, literally,
Oh, I like where this is going. Food history.
you got it. Remember the fishermen catching eels in the wetland?
Yeah.
Well, there's this old venerable eel restaurant called Unagi no Fukushima. It's been around forever, and they still serve traditional eel rice on a don. It's a delicious way to connect with that original wetland ecosystem, a taste of history.
Eel rice. A nod to the swamp days. I love it. Okay, so we've gone from swamp to city. Now, what about the name itself, Umeda? It sounds straightforward, but you mentioned there's a bit of mystery.
There is, or at least there were competing theories, two main ones, actually, both quite poetic in their own way.
Lay them on me. What's theory number one?
Theory one is the plum field theory. This one suggests that way back, around the Heian period, maybe 900 AD or so,
Wow, okay, really far back.
Yeah. The idea is that aristocrats cultivated big, beautiful plum groves here. Ume means plum, right? And they used it as a scenic spot for plum blossom viewing parties.
Mm.
Very elegant, very high-end era. Imagine fields of pink and white blossoms.
Okay, I can picture that. Aristocrats, plum blossoms. Quite romantic. What's the other theory?
The second one is a bit more grounded, maybe. The clan crest theory. This dates to the later Edo period. It suggests there was a local Umeda clan, a family, and their family crest just happened to feature a plum blossom.
Ah, so the area was named after the family, not the fields.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Named after the clan whose crest had the plum. More about land ownership or influence, less about the scenery itself. So for a long time, it's kind of debated. Plum fields or plum crest.
But then archaeology stepped in. I love it when science solves history mysteries.
Exactly. This is the cool part. In 2005, they were doing some construction work in Umeda Park, right in the middle of things. And the archaeologists, they hit the jackpot.
What did they find?
They unearthed a large amount of ancient plum tree roots, like actual physical evidence of extensive plum groves. And along with the roots, they found old sake vessels, the kind you might use at.
At a flower viewing party.
Precisely. So this discovery really tipped the scales. It strongly suggested that, yes, the plum field theory was likely correct. People were gathering here, enjoying the plum blossoms centuries ago.
That's fantastic. So the romantic version wins.
It seems so. And today, Umeda Park actually has dozens of varieties of plum trees planted, kind of honoring that history. They even have a plum wine festival there in February.
So for you listening, if you want to connect with this, you should definitely head to Umeda Park, find the place name origin monument, great photo op, and you'll know the story behind it.
Totally. And you absolutely have to try the Umeda exclusive plum ice cream.
Plum ice cream, where do you find that?
Down to the B1 level food street of the Hankyu department store. It's this delicious, unique treat, and it's directly linked to the area's name and history. Really nice, relevant souvenir for your taste buds.
Okay, I'm sold on the plum ice cream. Now, from the open air and ancient plum groves, let's go down, deep down, into Umeda's famous underground, the labyrinth.
Ah, yes, Whitey Umeda, the legendary maze.
It's not just any underground mall, is it? It's got a significant history. It was Japan's first.
It was Japan's very first large-scale underground shopping street. It opened way back in 1963.
63. Wow. Why did they build it?
It was actually a pretty bold solution to a growing problem, traffic congestion.
Yeah.
Even back then, the area around Umeda Station was getting incredibly crowded. Cars, pedestrians, everything. So they looked abroad for inspiration.
Where to?
Paris, apparently. They were inspired by the French concept of an underground city, a way to move people and commerce below ground, freeing up the surface. Pretty forward thinking for the early 60s.
And it's massive, right? I've heard stories of people getting lost for hours.
Oh, it's huge. It stretches over a kilometer long, connecting all the major stations, JR Osaka, Hankyu Umeda, Hanshin Umeda. It really was the pioneer, the sort of ancestor of all those complex underground station malls you find all over Japan now.
The ancestor of the station labyrinth. I like that. And the name Whitey, what's that about?
Kind of optimistic, actually. The idea was Whitey evoked white lights, symbolizing the bright future. A bit retro-futuristic.
Huh. White lights of the future.
Yeah, although interestingly, that name later ran into some copyright issues, apparently. So other cities couldn't name their underground malls something similar. Whitey Umeda remains unique in that sense, too.
So for you listening, venturing into Whitey Umeda, look, there's a local saying that first-timers are pretty much guaranteed to get lost.
That's almost a rite of passage.
Honestly, it has something like 12 main exits. The signage can be confusing. My advice, just embrace it. Lean into the lost is fun experience. It's an adventure.
I completely agree. Treat it like urban exploration. And while you're wandering, notice the vibe. Parts of it still have this great retro nostalgic feel.
Oh, yeah. Like original features.
Definitely. Especially near the entrance to the Henki Higashidori Shotengai arcade. You can still see some of the original 1960s floor tiles, maybe some of the old lighting fixtures. It really feels like stepping back in time.
But, okay, if getting hopelessly lost isn't your idea of fun, any practical tips?
Yeah, for sure. Download the official Whitey Umeda Map app before you go down there. It can be a lifesaver. Or, just follow the signs for the famous Odin place.
Ah, perfect segue, because while you're navigating this 1960s futuristic maze, there's a culinary anchor, a real hidden gem down there.
You mean Takume?
Exactly. The Odin restaurant, Takume. It's been there since Whitey Umeda first opened its doors. A true original tenant.
And their Odin. Oh, man, it's classic comfort food. Simmered daikon, tofu, fish cakes, all in this incredible broth.
And the broth recipe, I heard, is ancient.
Over a century old. passed down through generations. Eating there is literally tasting history. A delicious, steaming bowl of Umeda's past, right there in the middle of the underground city. You really have to try it.
A century-old broth in a 1960s underground mall. That's Umeda for you. Okay, from the dips, let's soar upwards, way up, to one of the most iconic landmarks in the Osaka skyline.
The Umeda Sky Building.
Yes, completed in '93, striking design.
Yeah.
But its inspiration is apparently much, much older and kind of surprising.
It is surprising. The architect, Hiroshi Hara, was inspired by the Tower of Babel.
Get out! The biblical Tower of Babel, reaching for the heavens.
That's the one.
Yeah.
He took that ancient, almost mythical idea and translated it into this incredibly modern structure. You have the two towers, right? But the genius part is how they're connected way up at the top.
By the floating garden observatory.
Exactly, that ring connecting the summits. It's such a unique design. It actually got named one of the world's 20 most unique buildings, which is a huge deal, a real architectural feat.
It's amazing, Babel in Osaka. And fitting for a building reaching for the sky, it's become a real hotspot for romance, hasn't it? There are legends.
Oh, definitely. It's the place for couples in Osaka. The big legend revolves around the rooftop observatory, specifically the Corridor of Light.
What's the story?
The belief is, if you walk through that corridor, holding hands with your loved one, especially during the magic hour around sunset.
That beautiful golden light.
Right. If you do that, your love will last forever. It's incredibly popular. You see couples everywhere doing it. Very sweet.
And they don't just walk the walk, they lock it down too, right? There's a ritual with locks.
There is. There's a dedicated love lock wall up there. Couples buy a padlock, often get it engraved, and fix it to the wall as a symbol of their lasting bond.
A very common sight at tourist spots now.
True, but here there's an extra twist. The key. You don't just throw it away, you throw it into a special time capsule device, right there in the middle of the observatory.
The time capsule, what does that symbolize?
It's like locking your love, not just in place, but in time. An eternal bond connected to the building itself. It's quite a poignant gesture, actually. Really adds to the romantic experience.
So for you planning a visit, especially if you're going with someone special, timing is key. What's the best strategy?
Definitely aim to get there before 5 p.m. Give yourself some buffer time.
Why so early? Sunset isn't usually till later.
Because before you go up to the observatory for the sunset and the night view, you should explore downstairs. In the basement.
What's in the basement?
It's called Takimi Koji, and it's this incredibly charming food street that's designed to look exactly like Osaka back in the 1960s.
Oh, cool. Like stepping back in time again.
Totally. Little alleys, retro signs, traditional restaurants. You can grab dinner or a snack there, soak up that Showa-era atmosphere, then head up for the main event, the sunset, and the incredible sparkling night view from the floating garden. It makes the whole experience richer.
Good tip. And once you're up top, besides the main observatory, is there a specific spot we should look out for? A little secret.
Yes. Check out the Lumi Skywalk on the 39th floor. It's part of the outdoor deck area.
Lumi Skywalk, what's special about it?
The floor itself glows. It's embedded with luminescent stones that charge up during the day and glow brightly after dark. It feels like you're walking on stars.
Wow.
And here's a pro tip. Wear white clothes, or white shoes if you can. The glowing effect reflects off white surfaces, making it look even more amazing in photos, and just for the experience, it really enhances that walking on starlight feeling.
Okay, noted. Wear white for the Lumi Skywalk. Now the practical stuff. Tickets.
An adult ticket for the observatory is 1,500 yen, which is pretty standard for this kind of attraction.
But there's a bonus.
There is. If you happen to have the Osaka Amazing Pass, which is a great deal if you're doing a lot of sightseeing.
Yeah, covers transport and lots of attractions.
Exactly. If you have that pass, entry to the Umeda Sky Building Observatory is completely free.
Oh, fantastic. That makes it an absolute must-do then. Great value.
Definitely pencils it into the itinerary.
Okay, we've been underground, we've been sky high. Now, let's shift gears again and go back in time, but to a grittier period. Umeda's post-war black market era.
Right. This is a really fascinating, important part of Umeda's story. You have to picture Japan right after World War II ended in 1945. The country was devastated, cities bombed out, economy shattered, massive shortages of absolutely everything. Food, clothes, basic necessities.
Pretty really tough time.
Incredibly tough. And in that environment of extreme scarcity, black markets popped up everywhere just for people to survive. And the biggest one in Osaka was right here. just west of Umeda Station. They called it the Azora Market.
Azora, blue sky.
Yeah, meaning it was an open-air market, just stalls set up under the blue sky, or often gray sky, I imagine. It became the absolute hub for survival.
What kind of things were sold there? What was the vibe?
Anything and everything people could get their hands on.
Mm.
U.S. military surplus canned goods were huge. Old clothes, maybe patched up. Smuggled cigarettes were practically currency. It was chaotic, desperate, but also buzzing with this raw energy of people just trying to make it through.
Must have been intense.
There was even a grim local saying back then, if you want to survive, go to Umeda's dark alleys. That tells you everything about how essential and how rough it was.
Wow. Umeda's dark alleys. And yet, from that chaos emerged the Umeda we see today. How did that incredible transformation happen? From black market to, well, Grand Front Osaka.
It's an amazing story of urban evolution. A key player, again, was Hankyu. In the 1950s, as things started to stabilize slightly, Hankyu department store did something revolutionary.
What was that?
They pioneered the Station Direct shopping mall model. They built a department store literally connected to the train station.
Ah, making it super convenient for commuters.
Exactly. It was genius. Suddenly, shopping was easy, accessible, right on people's way to or from work. It was incredibly attractive, offered a sense of normalcy, maybe even aspiration after the hardship years. This model was hugely successful and basically transformed the area's reputation and function away from the black market image.
And the punchline, the location.
Get this. The massive, glittering, ultra-modern Grand Front Osaka complex that stands there today. Its core area sits precisely where that sprawling, desperate Azora black market used to be.
No way. That's mind-blowing. From black market stalls to luxury shopping on the exact same piece of land.
It's an incredible symbol of Umeda's resilience and its constant reinvention. A really powerful reminder of how cities change.
So for you listening, if you want to find echoes of that post-war Showa-era vibe, where should you go?
Definitely check out the Umeda Shokodogai. It's this fantastic little network of narrow alleys packed with tiny restaurants and bars.
Shokodogai means food alley, right?
Exactly. And this one has really held on to its old-school, post-war atmosphere. It feels like you've stepped back into the 1950s or 60s. Narrow lanes, glowing lanterns, the smell of cooking food.
What kind of food is typical there?
You'll find a lot of yoshoku, that's Western-style Japanese food that got really popular after the war. Things like omeris, omelet over rice, Japanese curry rice, maybe croquettes. Comfort food that tells the story of that era.
Sounds delicious and atmospheric. But is there anywhere to learn more about the black market itself, like a museum?
There is, but it's a real hidden gem. Like literally hidden. It's the Black Market Memorial Hall.
Okay, where you find that?
It's tucked away in the basement of a kushikatsu restaurant. That's a place serving deep-fried skewers called kijitan.
In the basement of a restaurant? Seriously?
Seriously, it's small, probably easily missed, but it's packed with old photos, artifacts, documents from the actual Azor market days. It gives you a really tangible, quite powerful connection to that specific period. Really eye-opening.
That sounds incredible. A must-find for history buffs. Anything you need to know before trying to find it.
Yes, crucial tip.
Hmm.
You usually need to make a reservation to visit the Memorial Hall. You can't just wander in off the street, partly because it's inside an operating restaurant. So definitely plan ahead if that's on your list. It takes a bit of effort, but it's worth it for that deep dive.
Excellent advice. Okay, we've covered swamps, skyscrapers, underground mazes, black markets. Let's end with something a bit more romantic, perhaps. A story of enduring love.
Let's head to the Tsuyuten Shrine. Although most people, especially locals, know it by its affectionate nickname, Ohatsu Tenjin.
Ohatsu Tenjin, the shrine of star-crossed lovers. And it's right there in Umeda, amidst all the hustle and bustle.
Amazingly, yes. It's conveniently located, connected to one of the covered shopping arcades, the Sonozaki Ohatsu Tenjin Dori Shotegai. You'd be shopping 1 minute and step into this ancient, sacred space the next.
And it is ancient, right?
Incredibly so. It's believed to have been founded around 1300 AD. Think about that. It's been standing there in some form or another for over 700 years, witnessing centuries of Osaka's history and supposedly blessing countless lovers.
700 years, that's a remarkable endurance. And the nickname Ohatsu Tenjin comes from a specific, very famous story.
A very famous and very tragic love story. It's the tale of a courtesan named Ohatsu and a young merchant named Tokubei.
Forbidden love.
The classic setup. They were deeply in love, but faced huge obstacles. Family disapproval, financial troubles, betrayal by a friend. It all became too much. They felt they had no way to be together in life.
Oh no, don't tell me.
Yeah. They chose to end their lives together near this shrine. A double suicide. It's heartbreaking.
Wow.
That's intense.
But their story didn't end there. The great playwright Chikamatsu Manzaemon heard about it and turned it into a puppet play, a jori, in 1703. It was called Sonozaki Shinju Monogatari, The Love Suicides at Sonozaki.
And the play was a hit.
A massive hit. It captured the public imagination, deeply moved people, and because the tragic events happened near Tsuyuten Shrine, the shrine became inextricably linked with Ohatsu and Tokubei. People started calling it Ohatsu Tenjin, and they still come today, especially couples, to pray for their own relationships, hoping for better fortune than Ohatsu and Tokubei had.
That's incredible. A 300-year-old play still driving visitors to a 700-year-old shrine. The power of storytelling. So, but if you visit Ohatsu Tenjin today, what's it like? What are the unique things to experience? Well, it's not a huge shrine complex. It's quite compact.
Yeah.
But they've used this space really thoughtfully. Every little corner seems designed. There are specific spots set up perfectly for photos, places to hang your emo wishes.
Those woody plaques.
Right. And there's this really cool water fortune-telling thing. Plus, you just feel the age of the place. The worn stone, the old wood. It has this undeniable ancient aura, a real sense of peace, despite being in the city center.
And the fortunes themselves are special.
Oh, yeah. Definitely look for the pink love fortunes. The Koyomi Kuji. They only cost 200 yen.
What's special about them?
They're interactive. You buy the fortune, and it looks blank, just plain pink paper. But then you take it over to a little water basin and dip it in.
Yeah.
As the water soaks in, your fortune, your love prediction magically appears on the paper. It's really charming and personal. Makes for a fantastic, memorable souvenir, too. Way better than just a standard paper fortune.
That sounds fun. A little bit of magic. What about other souvenirs, like charms?
They have some unique emo plaques, like ones shaped like a beautiful person, which are quite popular. And they always have various omamori, the protective charms. While it's famous for love, you can also get charms for health, success in studies.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, I saw this one recently. That was an adorable little backpack-shaped charm, specifically for academic success. Super cute, would make a great chair for a student. They seem to cater to various wishes.
That's lovely. And practically speaking, is it easy to get to? Easy to fit into a day of exploring Umeda?
Totally easy.
Yeah.
First off, the opening hours are amazing. It's open from 6 in the morning until 11:00 at night.
Wow, that's a huge window.
Right. So you can go early for quiet reflection or pop in after dinner. And location-wise, it's super accessible, just a short walk from several of the main Umeda train and subway stations. Really simple to slot into your itinerary.
Perfect. A little oasis of history and romance, right in the heart of it all.
Precisely.
Well, this has been quite the journey through Umeda, hasn't it? We started in a swamp, soared to the sky, navigated underground mazes, uncovered black market history, and ended with star-crossed lovers.
It really shows how a place that looks so modern and commercial on the surface can be absolutely packed with incredible stories. Understanding that history, the wetland, the railway's impact, the post-war struggles, the legends, it just makes exploring Umeda so much more meaningful.
It really does. You start seeing the layers. The floating garden isn't just a viewpoint, it's Babel. Whitey Umeda isn't just a mall, it's a 1960s vision of the future. Grand Front isn't just shops, it's built on survival.
Exactly. And knowing these stories, seeking out these hidden gems like Takume Oden or the Black Market Memorial Hall or the Pink Fortunes at Ohatsu Tenjin, that's what transforms a regular trip into something special.
It's the value of the deep dive, right? Getting beyond the surface level. It gives you a shortcut to really feeling like you understand a place, not just that you've seen the sights.
It absolutely does, and makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Wonder what?
How many other places that we think of as just ordinary or just modern have these incredible hidden histories just waiting beneath the surface? What stories are we walking past every day, even in our own cities?
That's a really great point, a provocative thought to leave everyone with. How can we approach our next trip, or even just our own neighborhood, with that curiosity, looking for the untold stories, the hidden layers?
So the encouragement is, be curious. Seek out these hidden gems. Listen for the echoes of the past. Don't just see a city like Umeda. Try to understand this incredible ongoing story.
Fantastic advice. Go explore, everyone.